Welcome to Munchkin Land, a show where we sit around and we play board games. Thank you for joining us this week because I'm super excited because we showed this game off back in, I think it was January or February when it had first arrived. We did an unboxing here on this channel, and now we finally have a chance to play it. It's Cthulhu Wars from Sandy Petersen, and this week we have Rob is here and Dr. Brad Will is here. And first of all, I want to say people have been asking, Stephen, why did it take you guys so long to play this game and get it on video? And I want to tell you, take a look at these figures that are painted up. If you look at the video that we did before the unboxing video, you know that these are completely plain colored. And Brad, you went in and did a fantastic job on this.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, it took longer than I probably should have. So,
well,
yeah.
I mean, it's worth it because not only did you do the great old ones, but you did the monsters and the little minions and the altar guys. And again, if you want to know how far Brad's willing to go, he took the spell books and he got a little marker and he painted the edges of the spell books the corresponding color for what they are. So that kudos to you, Brad. And same way on the portals, you took some black all the way around on this, which it's a nice touch. I mean, it actually takes the game because these are just cardboard pop-outs.
Yeah.
So otherwise it would have just been the nasty brown cardboard color, but you took that to the next level.
Because sometimes you have to be a spaz.
No,
So.
I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. So, Brad, tell us, what is Cthulhu Wars about?
Well, Cthulhu Wars is we each play a faction of a great old one from the H.P. Lovecraft mythos.
Mm-hmm.
And our great old ones are trying to take over the world. So we are bringing about the imminent destruction of everything.
Excellent.
Indeed. Yes.
So this is done, and I know it's a terrible comparison, but I'm going to do it again.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
It's like Risk, but with monsters
Oh.
and spells. I'm sorry, but anytime you have a giant map like this and you're moving elements around and capturing areas, to me, that's Risk.
Well, but you don't capture areas.
True.
You control you control gates,
Mm-hmm.
little magic nodes that you build and control for power.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not an area control game like Risk is, because you can coexist in areas.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't control areas in this game.
So let's talk about how do we score points then?
Okay, so we score points by controlling the gates. So the little plastic things, we've got a little cultist sitting on there.
Right.
When you drop a cultist on there, you control that gate, and that at one point in the turn, we calculate doom points.
Mm-hmm.
And so each controlled gate is worth 1 doom point.
Okay.
You can get doom points in a couple of other ways. One of which is to have, the ritual of annihilation. So at a certain point, you can decide in the doom phase to cast the ritual of annihilation. You spend the requisite power points, and then you get the doom points for your gates one more time. So effectively you double score.
Right. But the closer you move up the doom track, the more expensive the doom points are. And then ultimately, if you get all the way to the end,
then that's
game over, right?
Yeah, game over. We get one sort of trip around the doom phase, and the game is done.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And then on the doom track, also when we get to whoever's the first to 30 or over,
right,
the game is over then as well.
Yes, and also there are these hidden score pieces, little elder signs that you can get for various things when you cast the ritual of annihilation. For every great old one you have on the board, you can draw an elder sign. This one's worth 2, some are worth 3, most are worth just 1 point.
Okay.
But you hold those as hidden scores, so
can you look at them?
You can look at them,
okay.
And you can reveal them at any time.
Okay.
There is no restriction whatsoever on revealing them.
We also have spells.
Spells, so there are little achievements, and we get more abilities.
With the elder signs, do those add up to the 30, or is that only once someone's hit 30?
Those add up to the 30. So if I'm at 21 and I have 9 points of elder signs, I reveal them and possibly win the game.
So you can end the game kind of suddenly. I won't be getting
too many elder signs in this game. Sorry.
You get an elder sign immediately.
Oh, that's right, I do.
Yeah.
There have actually been some errata and some updates to the game since it was released. I want to say it was January, but it may have been February.
It was January, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Sandy Petersen has been just awesome about development of this game, and so the slightest bit of imbalance has been taken care of with a couple of minor errata.
Okay.
I think only one of which really applies here today.
Right.
And we've
Another
got that
one's on
covered.
So again, we're playing with 3 characters There's actually 4 in this starter set.
Yes, 4 in the base game.
And there's an expansion coming out this year.
There are several jillion expansions that will be loaded on a boat from China, hopefully any day now, hopefully. And we will get them probably around Halloween.
Okay.
So, yeah, we have 3 new factions coming and a new Kickstarter that'll be starting up soon with even more factions.
Excellent. Yeah. I'm excited about it. Although, again, the interesting thing about the board is this one is set up for 3 players. If you flip it over, it's set up for 5 players.
Yes.
And then if you flip one and then not the other, it'll set up for 4 players.
Right.
So it seems like it's somewhat confusing, but it says right on here, like, set this up for 3 players.
I have coming in the new shipment the 6, 7, and 8 player board. So,
oh my gosh. And that's got to be even bigger.
It'll be a little bigger. Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll play that as soon as you get it in. I mean,
here's hoping.
You've already got all the figures painted.
Give me another 6 months to paint the other.
Of course, we need 6 or 7 people to play at the same time. So
I've got that. I know people.
All right, so how do we start this game? Let's go through this. I know that many of you watching at home have not played Cthulhu Wars before, but we're going to go through it slow so that we can all remember how to play, because it's been, a month or 2 since we played it last, for me at least.
I played last week.
Oh, well,
sorry.
Fine. But we'll try to explain as we go along so you can see what's happening. So, Brad, start us off.
So we start by gathering power. And so we count how much power we'll have for this turn. And it is the number of cultists you have in play, 1 point for each cultist. So that is 6, plus 2 points for every gate you control, for a total of 8. If there were an uncontrolled gate on the board, like that, we would each get 1 point for that uncontrolled gate. But there are none. So we all start with 8 points.
All right. And then how do we determine who's going to go first?
Cthulhu goes first, always.
And on this card, I can decide which way I want the turns to go.
Yep.
And I think I'm just going to leave it like this. So it'll just go clockwise for right now.
All right.
And
as it should.
So during my turn, I can...
You just don't want me going before you.
I do not.
I get only 1 action per turn, right? Or as we go around.
So we do a thing, we do a thing, we do a thing. Yes.
And so I can, for example, build a gate, but then can I move? I have to actually have a person in the area to build a gate.
That is correct.
All right. So
you have to have a cultist in the area to build the gate.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a cultist, which will power to move a cultist. It costs me 1 unit.
Yep.
And I'm going to move my cultist over here to the South Atlantic.
Okay.
And then that's all I can do until we come around again, correct?
That is all you can do.
Okay. So that's what I will do for right now.
Although he could spend more power to move more than 1 cultist.
Correct? That is correct.
Well, then I will do that.
Okay. In fact, you don't have to move them to the same space or anything. Yeah. You just can move.
I will move my other cultist here to the North Pacific.
Okay.
And now I'm done.
All right. I will spend 1 power, and I will move a cultist to the North Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to spend 1 power to summon a night gaunt.
No.
Oh, we didn't mention eating and capturing other people's cultists.
Okay. Don't give away my plans.
So if you have a cultist on the board, say in the North Pacific, for example, and another player has a monster there. Let's go in the South Atlantic. Sure. Another player has a monster there. That player can capture your cultist, and then later, during the next gather power phase, sacrifice that cultist for the sake of power. If you were to put a monster there with your cultist is now safe. But if I were to put a great old one, say the King in Yellow, there, now your cultist can be captured again.
And so could potentially this guy too.
Nope,
We'd have to go to a battle, right?
Only cultists can be captured this way, yeah. Yeah, there would be a battle, which would be another thing altogether, and we're a long way from that happening.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a little bit into the game here.
All right. So that's the only thing you're going to do, Rob?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to spend 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put a portal in the South Atlantic, and I'm going to capture it with my cultist or occupy it with my cultist. And I think that's all I want to do at the... I can't do anything else this turn, right? I can't do anything...
That is it. Yes,
okay.
That is the sufficiency of your turn.
Okay.
All right. I will spend 1 power, and I will resurrect some undead in Europe.
Ugh.
It's also worth mentioning that Rob, being the crawling chaos player, has the special ability. His units, all of them can fly, whether they have wings or not. They can fly 2 spaces instead of just the one that Steve and I are limited to.
Although I do have once Cthulhu is active, I have a special power, and you have a special power with one of your characters too.
Yeah, we've got a lot of...
Where Cthulhu, if he's in the ocean, he can submerge and take everyone that's one of his followers with him, and then resurface in any other ocean free.
Yes.
Essentially. So I can quickly move troops around that way. Doesn't work on land, but it is a pretty cool move.
I'm going to spend 1 and go to Africa with a cultist.
Okay. I'm going to spend 1. And I'm going to bring in one of my deep ones.
Okay.
Somehow I always mess up the first round for some reason.
No,
there's something that I did wrong.
You're doing fine. Well, you may. Okay, so there's sort of an amateur hour version of this where you can pop up 2 gates.
Right. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, but you'll get eaten if you do that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You're playing a little more conservatively and probably a little wiser. I will spend 1 to move my undead to protect my cultist here.
All right. I will spend 1, 2, 3. 2. Pop the gate.
Okay, and I'm going to go ahead for, I think, no other reason than I'm going to spend 2 and bring forth one of my Shoggoths.
You cannot do that.
Oh, why not?
You can only bring up a guy where you have a gate.
Ah, okay. Well, that's all right.
There you go.
And I'm all out of points, or I'm all out of power, or whatever we're calling them.
All right. Yes. I will spend 3. 1, 2, 3. I will create a gate in the North Atlantic and occupy it.
Okay. Now you have a weird thing with how you summon the King in Yellow, correct?
Yes, the King in Yellow can only be summoned in a place where I have a cultist, but no gate.
Right.
Well, I have to have a unit, any unit, but no gate.
Unit. Okay.
Yeah.
You're out of power?
I'm out of power.
All right. I'm going to spend 2 to move a cultist and a night gaunt to the South Pacific.
Okay.
Because I fly. And the North Pacific and the South Pacific are bordered.
Yep.
You have
that's 2.
1 spell.
And I have one remaining
left. Okay. Oh, Rob, how horrible do we want to be? You know what? You have 1 remaining, huh?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to... One of the things in this game is you don't want to let one guy get too far ahead of anybody else.
It's pretty easy to run away.
I'm going to spend 1 power, and I'm going to move my undead to Africa.
Okay. Now, can you capture his...
He has to spend a power to do it.
I have to spend a power to do it.
Okay.
So now Rob has a decision to make.
Mm-hmm.
Do I protect Africa? Or do I eat Steven?
It's up to you.
I know what I would do.
Eat Steven.
I actually think what he would do is protect Africa.
I'll tell you why I wouldn't protect Africa.
Why?
Because I cannot take that gate.
Yeah.
So you will at least get 1 power from that gate instead of 2.
Mm-hmm.
You can take that gate in the South Pacific, though.
And so I'd get 2, 4.
You get 6 right off the bat just from your gates.
If I don't protect Africa, he's gonna take it. He's gonna eat my cultist.
But I can't take the gate.
So it'd be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 power. You would have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we would both have the same amount of power, even if we both sacrificed the cultist. Which means Steven would still get the first turn.
No, he won't have it.
If we're tied.
If we're tied.
It stays with him, doesn't it?
I don't know. I should look that up in the rules. Let's look that in the rules while you
I thought it was whoever had the most doom.
It's whoever has the most power.
Power goes first.
But if there is a tie, then you might be the deciding vote.
I vote for me.
I would figure. shocking.
Because
indeed.
Cthulhu gets the choice, doesn't
Yep.
it?
Well, I honestly, and I'll say this up front, and the number of times that we've played it, and I know there's one other person that I've watched play Cthulhu, and she did pretty good at it. But I think of all of them, I think Cthulhu is somewhat underpowered compared to the others.
No,
You don't think so?
not a bit.
Have you won with Cthulhu yet?
I haven't won with Cthulhu yet because I haven't actually played with
Oh,
Cthulhu
okay.
yet.
Yeah. Right. I think he's somewhat underpowered. But anyway, what'd you find out?
Oh, so you would get to choose which of the two of us gets to be. Yes. You wouldn't be able to pick yourself. So.
Boo. All right.
Yeah.
So, Rob, what are you going to do?
I am
your
considering
No,
still.
it's Rob's turn.
Okay.
Yeah. If Stephen has any mercy on the people watching this video, this bit will get edited out.
No.
Because if I capture an enemy cultist, I get a spell book, which is, a step in the right direction.
There you go. Do it.
But I can't guarantee the first turn, which I would need to be able to make it so you don't get Africa.
Well, there are all kinds of ways to make sure they don't get to keep Africa.
I am going to summon a night gaunt in Africa.
Interesting move. I cannot do anything. I mean, I could, but
I
can't do anything.
Will spend 1 power, and I will summon an undead in the North Atlantic.
Okay, so we are all out of power.
We are.
So now it's time to start over and do our
Gather power.
Gather power. So 1 power per cultist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 power per controlled gate.
So we should all be at 10.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been much different.
1 power per offended gate. 1 power per sacrifice cultist. Increased to half the highest factions. Oh, that's the other thing too, is whoever is the highest and whoever is the lowest player increases their power to half of what the highest player is.
That's correct.
That
so
is
you can't
another
get
thing.
too far behind. Well, you can get pretty far behind on power, but
Yeah.
you will be at least half of the leader.
Yep. And so we're all at 10.
Yep.
So I guess I get to go first again.
You are still the first player.
And we get to go to the Doom phase.
Well, do you want to maintain the clockwise?
I think
direction?
I will maintain the clockwise direction.
Okay.
And in the first Doom phase, I receive this spell book and receive 1 Elder Sign, and I'm going to get Devolve, which is an ongoing spell. At the end of any player's action, even if it's not your turn, transform 1 or more of your Alkalite cultists anywhere on the map into deep ones. So I will reach into the magic bag.
So which move would you have gone with?
I would have had you eat Stephen's cultist, let me capture your cultist, and you would have been a little bit ahead. I mean, you and I would have been, no, you could have taken Stephen's gate.
Yeah.
You would have been actually in first place.
Yeah.
You would have had
2 more
You would have had the
points.
first player token.
No.
I just wasn't going to tell you that.
No, because
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, he wouldn't have had
No.
that gate.
You don't think you would have?
No, he would have. If I had left that unguarded, he would have captured my cultist. So I would have gotten 4.
Oh, you're right. We would have been
9.
10. Yeah, we would
Plus
have
the
been
one I sacrificed would have been 10. He would have gotten 4 plus his 6.
Okay.
Yeah, you were right. We would have been tied.
Let's see. Doom phase.
Actually, I think he
plus
might have been
1
ahead.
plus
Yeah.
1 Doom point per controlled gate. Right?
Yes.
So
So everybody moves forward 2.
Mhm.
So we're now at 2 Doom points.
Each player may perform 1 ritual of annihilation, earning 1 Doom point per controlled gate and 1 Elder Sign per Great Old One.
None for me, thanks.
Nope, I'll pass.
Not so much just yet.
Determine victory or defeat.
No.
Okay. Now it's time to go into the action phase.
All right.
So, I think, first of all, I think I will spend an action and I will move another cultist to the North Pacific. And then I will use my spellbook to devolve one of these guys into a deep one. Or one or more, actually. I'll do that to this guy over here, too.
Okay.
He's protecting his minions.
Yep.
Indeed.
All right, my point is done.
All right. Well, I haven't decided what I want to do yet. I've got so much thinking. I am going to spend 4 power. And I'm going to awaken the king in yellow.
No!
In Africa.
This guy is pretty scary. And again, you guys can see this from earlier in the video, how these turned out. And this is only part of the horror.
I will get a spell book. I will get the Screaming Dead. For 1 power, I can move the king in yellow. Any undead in the same area can move with him for free. After this, immediately take a second different action. You may not take He Who Is Not to Be Named as your second action.
What's his battle power?
The king in yellow, he rolls no combat dice whatsoever. And the undead roll 1 less dice than the total undead in the area. So those 2 guys have a combat value of buckus.
Which is the exact same thing as the Night God's combat value.
Yes. So we are safe. We couldn't have a fight. We could stare at each other for a while.
I don't want you to eat my cultist.
I'm not going to eat your cultist.
Yes, you are.
That's not why I'm there. I mean, that may be a happy side effect of being there, sure, but it's not why I'm there.
I'm gonna move a cultist into the Indian Ocean.
Interesting.
So can my deep one attack your winged hoary monster?
Yep.
How many combat dice?
1.
1.
And how many do you have?
None.
None.
Oh.
So if you roll a 4 or 5, you would retreat him to some other place, or I guess Rob would retreat him to some other place. If you roll a 6, you would destroy it.
And it costs 1 to initiate combat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I will spend that 1 to initiate combat. I will roll my dice. So it has to be a 4 or 5?
4 or 5 to move him out, 6 to kill him. Or you can kill, actually, to move one of those guys out, Rob chooses. So Rob might choose the cultist and leave.
Even though I'm attacking.
Yeah, you're not
attacking my forces.
You're attacking his
okay.
forces. So you might not want to do this now that we clarify that.
Yeah, I'll do it anyway.
Okay.
People need to see how this is played.
All right.
2.
Nothing happens.
Woo!
Also, the base game does not come with nifty colored dice.
Yes, you actually, that's the
correspond
other
to
thing
faction,
is you actually went out and bought colored dice.
Because spaz.
No, that I think adds that extra special element to the game. This is a very expensive game to begin with, and so I think going the extra distance makes the game worth the price.
Any job worth doing is worth overdoing.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right, so my attack did not succeed.
All right. Well, I am going to... I am going to spend 2 power, and I'm going to attempt to desecrate Africa. I roll a single die, and if I compare the total on the die, if it is equal to or less than the number of units I have in the area, in this case, which is 2, an undead and the king in yellow, if I roll a 2 or less, I will get to put a desecration token there in Africa. No, I did
4.
not.
Okay.
Darn.
Yay.
So whether I succeed or fail, though, I get to place a monster or cultist with a cost of 2 or less in the area.
Right.
So I will use the opportunity to place a Bayaki there.
All right. I'm going to spend 3 to make a gate in the Indian Ocean. With the free capture. I control 3 gates, so I get a spellbook,
Very good.
which will be my Night God spellbook of Abduct. I think that's the only Night God's one. And horrors, polyps.
Now, do these
Elder
spells
God.
we only acquire them during our turn or immediately when...
As soon as you trigger them in some way.
Okay. I also get another spell book because control 3 gates in ocean areas or 4 gates exists in ocean areas, and there are now 4 gates in ocean areas.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Oops.
Rob.
Eh.
And I'm
Spellbook
going-
I got is Abduct. What happens before battle? Eliminate 1 or more night gaunts in the battle area. For each such night gaunt, your opponent must eliminate 1 of his monsters or cultists in the area. After this, combat proceeds.
And I'm using Absorb, which is a pre-battle action. If a Shoggoth is present, eliminate 1 or more of your monsters or cultists from the area. For each unit so removed, add 1 dice to the Shoggoth's combat for that battle. So it allows me, for example, here, I could take out my Great Old One and I'd get an extra dice for that one. Or my deep one, not my Great Old One. Ready, Rob?
Yep.
All right. I will spin 3. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And I will put a gate in the North Pacific.
I will spend 1, and I will move a cultist to the Arctic Ocean.
He was going to get his spellbook either way.
Yes.
But now I can blame you.
It's only because I was paying attention, to be honest.
Just that.
That's
Just
the
whole-
only reason.
Just
Otherwise,
the whole paying attention thing.
yeah. Otherwise, it would not have triggered.
I would have gotten 2 spellbooks if I had captured him.
No, curse you,
Yeah,
Telling you.
curse you, Steven Schleicher.
capturing him would have been the right plan. It's your turn, though.
No, I'm done.
Yep.
I moved this.
He moved
I
it.
moved a
right.
cultist.
Oh,
No, we're all staring at you, Rob.
right.
For a reason. Because he's so dreamy.
Ding.
1, 2. I will summon a polyp.
Man, Africa's the place to be. All right, I'm going to spend 1 and bring forth a alkalite.
Now I have the Green Acres song stuck in my head, by the way. I will spend my 3. Oh boy, this is such a train wreck, isn't it? How many dice does your polyp have, Rob?
1.
1.
Yeah.
All right, my Bayaki has 2. How many power do you have left?
4.
Look, I'm really just there to desecrate. I had no intention, no designs on your
Oh.
cultist.
But
as you
now,
well,
I mean, the polyps have arrived.
well, that's a benign polyp. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, sure. Right now, but wait until Rob decides to...
I am going to.
Maybe if I'd summoned a hunting horror, maybe that would have been aggressive. But this, like, I can't really be aggressive.
How much do your hunting horrors cost?
3.
3. Okay, so if you got one of those guys, then you would still have 1 power to.
I would have
create
1
battle.
power.
Oh, darn you, Robert!
It's almost like I think about things.
It is. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spend. Oh man, this is not what I wanted to do here.
Just desecrate Africa. It'll be fine. You get a free dude.
No, you're going to make me play aggressively. I'm going to spend 1 power, and I'm going to.
You're going to eat my
Your
cultist.
I do have designs in your cultist now. I've decided that is the best move to make.
Okay.
Your turn.
But I guess it should be clear, only cultists can occupy gates, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
So you can't move your undead onto the gate and
Correct.
claim that gate.
Yes. There is another faction that has the ability to have monsters occupy gates, but
Mhm.
we're not playing that.
Right. But just so everyone's clear, though, it doesn't cost anything to occupy a gate.
Right.
So, for example, if Rob wanted to, he could move his cultist from Asia into Africa for 1 point and occupy that gate.
You betcha.
Yep.
Just as a what if. I'm not
As a- yeah.
telling Rob how to play the game.
Not giving him a tip or anything like that. Yep.
So I can't summon
course.
monsters anymore.
I can do the same thing.
For 1 point, I could then capture that cultist.
Yeah.
So maybe that would be an interesting tactic, Rob. Why don't you move another cultist in there, and let's see what happens to him.
I mean, you could move. You got 2 points left.
Yeah.
So you could move at least 2 cultists into that area.
Yeah, I've got 4 points left.
Yeah, so see, you could actually...
It just gives him more power on the next turn.
Yes, it does.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Or make another Night Gaunt.
Okay.
Because they're spooky.
I'm going to spend one and summon an Alkalite.
I'm going to... Boy. Just not sure what I want to do here. You've got 3 power left.
Yep.
I'm going to spend one. I have.
Do it.
And then I'm going to spend one and move the king in yellow out of there.
You're not taking the undead with him?
Oh,
Or do you
yeah.
not have-
Yes. No, I can do that. Thank you. What a nice. I will use. You know what? I will use the Screaming Dead to do that.
Now, does that cost you a...
No, actually, I can do that for 1 point. And I can take a second action after that, and I will spend one more to move the Bayaki out. There.
And just to be clear, in this move that you did with the king in yellow, you took your undead with you.
Which is the Screaming Dead spellbook that I
Okay.
have earned earlier.
And that
Yes.
doesn't cost you anything.
I cost one
Okay.
action point to move the king in yellow. His Screaming Undead entourage comes with him,
So now,
and then I get a second action.
if you want to move again, both of these undead could be moved with. So as long as you have an undead
Yes.
amassed with him, you can move a whole army
I can.
Yeah.
very
Yes.
quickly.
It's how his thing actually works.
Yep.
Since
how
he
he
has to have
wins.
more people there to desecrate things, and he needs
Yeah.
to desecrate things to get his spellbooks,
Mhm.
he just screams across the world. I am going to spend 2 points
Whee!
to move. I can move dudes from anywhere.
You move dudes from
I can
anywhere.
move both of these guys, despite them in. Okay.
Yep. 2 different places.
Night Gaunt's going to go to Europe.
What?
Can you do that?
You can totally do that.
He can move too?
Yeah, he can move 2. He can move 2 spaces because he's crawling chaos,
And
and
the
he can move 2 units.
Cultist is going to go to Europe.
Oh, that's harsh, Rob.
You
that
didn't
is-
have to eat my Cultist.
That is harsh.
All right. I'm going to spend 3 points and bring forth a star spawn.
Also, we're ignoring Cthulhu, which seems like a bad plan all around.
It's Steven, though.
I know. I've never won this game. Every time we play, I never win this game. So
I guess I'm the only one with power left.
you are
I'm
the only
afraid
one with
so.
power.
I'm gonna kidnap me a cultist
What?
and take this gate over here.
Oh.
All
Somewhere
right.
Cultists are crying. All right. Gather the power.
Gather the power. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cultists.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cultists.
I have 5 cultists.
And I will slice the throat of this blue cultist here.
Here's your yellow
All right.
cultist.
And I will gain 1 power from that.
2 power per controlled gate. I have 1, 2, 3 controlled gates, so there's 6 more for me. 1, 2, 3.
Same here.
I have
5,
2
6.
controlled gate, or 1 controlled gate, sorry. That gives me 8.
So I've got 6 more for 12.
There is 1 abandoned gate, so we all get 1 for that.
13.
I'm at 9.
And I am at... Oh, you're at 13 as well?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at 13, so you're at 9?
Yep.
So you get half of that, right?
Yeah, I get half of 13.
Which is...
He moves himself
he
up
moves
to
him
that.
Up to 9.
No, I
okay.
don't get it. Yeah, I don't.
All right.
I'm
I
at
didn't know
9,
if it was
so
half the distance.
I don't get charity.
Oh, sorry. All right, so I guess I determine who goes first. I choose me. And I'm going to spend 10 points.
Nope.
Do you want
wait.
to determine which way?
I think we will continue to spin it clockwise.
Okay.
Well,
And before you start spending action points,
Oh, yeah, we have to go into the
the
Doom
Doom
phase.
phase,
Doom
yes.
phase. Plus 1 point, Doom point for control gate. I have 1, 2, 3.
well, I have 1.
I have 3.
Well,
Each player, anybody want to perform 1 ritual of annihilation?
Your choice first.
Nope.
I shall not.
Not at this point in time.
Anybody won the game yet?
Nope.
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 By the way, I should mention, to win the game, you must collect all 6 of your spell books.
Yes.
Something which one of us occasionally doesn't do.
All right. Well, I will spend 10 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? 13.
13 minus 10 is 3, indeed, yes.
And I'm going to summon the Great Cthulhu.
Yay.
Cthulhu. And then, because I awaken Cthulhu, I get another spell book, and I'm going to use the Submerge one. If Cthulhu is in an ocean area, remove him from the map and place him on your faction card, along with any or all friendly units in the same area. As a later action, pay 1 power to place Cthulhu plus all accompanying units anywhere on the map, including land.
Well done.
Yay!
I think I should have been in the South Pacific. It doesn't seem safe there anymore.
Could be. I'm going to spend... I will spend 2 points. No, I will not. I will spend 1 point and have these screaming... Yeah. I'll spend 1 point and use the King in Yellow and his screaming dead minions to move to Europe. Your turn.
Okay. I'm going to spend 3 points to move these two
Boo.
and this guy to Africa. And get a spellbook.
For what?
Controlling 4 gates.
Darn it.
And I will grab invisibility, which is my polyp power.
I was supposed
Select
to
one monster or
get
cultist
an
per
elder.
flying polyp present and exempt it. The selected unit takes no part in the rest of the battle.
I forgot to take an Elder Sign when Cthulhu was summoned.
Yeah.
Steven,
Yes.
it is your turn.
It is my turn, and fortunately Rob fled.
Away!
So I'm going to spend 1 point and move an Alkalite into North America.
Is that it?
I think so, because
We can move other
okay.
guys.
Then I'll spend another point and bring my deep one into North America.
There you go. All right. I will spend 2 points and attempt to desecrate Europe, as have many others before me. So, I don't have to roll. I just need to roll a 6 or less. Hey, look, I did.
2.
There's your 2.
There's my 2, indeed. And I will put a desecration token here on Europe.
And what does that do?
Well, as long as I have a unit there, I get a power point for that desecration token. Plus, I get a spell book for placing a desecration token in an area with the whatever glyph that happens to be.
Okay.
I will choose Zingaya, which has an action cost of 1. If undead are in an area with enemy acolyte cultists, transform one such acolyte cultist into an undead. Oh, and as a second result to my desecration, I get to summon a monster with a cost of 2 or less into the area. So I will summon a Bayaki.
What's the Zingaya do?
If undead are in an area with enemy acolyte cultists, transform one such acolyte cultist into an undead.
Oh, it's a 1-cost action.
Yep,
Okay.
1 cost action.
So what you're saying is I should just run away.
That's strongly implied by the choice of spellbook, yeah.
No. I captured an enemy cultist last turn. I was supposed to get a spellbook for that.
Oh. Congratulations.
Madness! I get to choose which adjacent area enemy units flee to on a pain result. This happens even in battles in which I do not participate. You've got a bucket of power left. I'll just do 1. And Africa seems lovely this time of year. Go.
Okay. I will use my last point and move Cthulhu over here to the Indian Ocean. Now, does it still cost me a point to try to snatch him or not?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is a shame.
I know. But that's okay.
All right.
Why is everybody trying to eat me?
I will use a free action to capture this gate.
Yeah.
Put it back in the proper hands. And
I only needed it for a little bit.
And I will spend 1 to move the king in yellow and his undead minions to the North Atlantic. And I will use my extra action to spend 2 points to try to desecrate the North Atlantic Ocean. A 2. I successfully desecrated the North Atlantic. I get to summon a monster. I will summon an additional undead there. And it is your turn, Rob.
I am going to spend 2 points to move these guys over to the North Pacific.
Interesting choice.
Indeed.
You're out of power, so
I'm out of power.
I will spend 3 points to create a gate in the Arctic Ocean.
you're out of power. Awesome. Now it's the Rob show.
All right.
I'm going to spend 1 point to initiate battle in the North Pacific.
Okay.
I'm enjoying the Rob show so far.
I'm going to eliminate. Oh, I might have done that wrong. I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to move my polyp there first. Yeah.
For 1 point.
For 1 point.
Okay.
Then I'm going to initiate battle. I'm going to, let's see.
In case anybody's wondering how he did that, he went from Africa, traveled to the east, and around
the
2
world.
spaces
Yes.
that way.
Past Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Just because I needed to do the flyby to make him angry. I'm going to use invisibility first. Select 1 monster or cultist per flying polyp present and exempt it. The selected unit takes no part in the rest of the battle. I will exempt the cultist.
The cultist?
Your cultist or my cultist?
Your cultist.
Okay.
Then I will eliminate 1 or more night gaunts in the battle area. For each such night gaunt, my opponent must eliminate 1 of his own monsters or cultists. Oh, in the area. Never mind. Yeah, I'll just make the monster thingy invisible then.
Okay.
Because I didn't read the entire card. And eliminate my night gaunt.
Okay.
You get to eliminate 1 of your things in that area.
I get to?
Or you have to. You must eliminate 1 of your...
Who does the night gaunt fly away with?
Yeah.
Do. Pop, pop. Let's see. There's no win on this one, is there?
Afraid not. As is often the case with the Rob show.
So this guy just gets eliminated then, right?
No, he's invisible. He's not.
Okay.
He's not active in the combat at all.
So then he's going to be popped.
Yeah, but you could eliminate either of them.
Well. Okay. Well, then I'll just eliminate him.
Cool. Free action. Boop.
Okay. But now you can't attack my star spawn, so.
Well, now he can. Because
I'm going to spend 1. I'm going to make a night gaunt there. I'm going to spend 1. I'm going to initiate battle. Give me my night gaunt back, please. Eliminate a monster in that area, Steven.
I see. This is why nobody likes playing with Rob.
This is why the Rob show gets canceled so often.
Surely you've got to be done with points for that.
No, I've still got 3 more points. Unfortunately, it's only 3. 1 move. 1 eat. I can summon a cultist anywhere I have a unit, correct?
Anywhere you have a control gate.
No, anywhere. No, you can summon a monster anywhere you have a control gate. A cultist anywhere you have a unit.
I will summon a cultist in the Arctic Ocean, who will then occupy this gate.
Wow.
All right. Gather power phase.
Why did you invite Brian for this?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Shoot, because I'm now down 1 cultist. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I should have
5, right?
6 cult. Yep. If you're down 1, you've got 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5.
You should.
I've got a cultist still sitting here I never summoned.
I know, right?
I've got 4 cultists.
2 per controlled gate.
2, 4,
I have
6,
4.
8, 10.
I'm at 8.
I'm at 16.
I'm at 9. 1 per abandoned gate. No abandoned gates.
And then I can sacrifice this cultist if I feel like it.
And I have no cultist to sacrifice.
You're at 8 right now?
I'm at 9.
I am at 10 because I get 1 power for each desecration token with a unit.
Then I will
So I'm at
sacrifice the
10.
cultist and be at 17.
All right.
I believe I get to go first.
Yep, you do get to go first.
And you could choose counterclockwise if you wish.
I could.
You certainly could.
I don't think I'm going to. No. I'm going to choose clockwise still.
Okay.
And what's Cthulhu's fighting power?
6.
6? That's good enough. I'm going to spend 10 to summon Nyarlathotep.
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 Yes.
Him
Okay.
in the Indian Ocean.
Oh my.
Protect the cultist. I get a thingy. The spell book.
Oh, we didn't.
Oh yeah, we forgot to do.
We didn't get our doom.
Doom.
Oh, right.
1 doom per control gate. I have 2.
All right, 1, 2 for you, Rob.
5.
Brad.
I have 2.
I got a rock.
I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't do the doom phase.
Anybody want to extract some rituals?
No.
No.
Any winners or losers?
Not
Well,
What? You guys left yourselves open.
existentially, yes.
Yes. All right.
Um,
Your turn's done, huh?
After I get my
Spell.
thing. The 1,000 forms. If
If the bad
Nyarlathotep.
guy.
Nyarlathotep is in play, roll a d6. Your foes must lose that much power between them. I have 1 minute, or they have 1 minute to decide how much each loses. If they cannot agree, I get the rolled number as power added to my total. Then I flip the spellbook face down to indicate it cannot be used again this turn. And then I get to flip it up during the gather power phase on the next turn.
Okay.
So that's my turn. You can go now.
Well, how many combat does he have?
Equals the total of my own faction spellbooks plus the faction spellbooks of my opponent in the battle. So if you initiated combat, 7. If Brad initiated combat, 6.
What's your point?
That my power or combat value is variable.
And when you battle, it's all of your factions in that area. All of
It's
your
all of your units.
in that area.
Yes. Unless some of them are turned invisible or hauled away by a night gaunt. Yes.
I have combat tricks. This is how I get away with things in Magic.
Well, then I will spend 2 points. 1, 2, 3, and I will summon a star spawn.
Nope.
Why not?
You do not control that gate.
Oh, I thought you said anywhere where there was a. Oh,
You
that's
can summon a cultist anywhere there's a
Yes.
monster.
Fine, Brad.
All right. I will spend 1. I will bring the King in Yellow and his screaming dead entourage into North America. Oh, you know what? You're just going to end up hassling me, aren't you?
Me? No.
Yeah.
How am I going to hassle you?
I don't know.
I've got 1,
With your little
Deep
monkey
one.
guy, your little monkey frog there,
and he
gonna...
can't do anything against your guys.
All right.
I mean, he's got a combat of 1.
All right then. Fine. I am going to
Worst that
spend
happens is you lose them
2
dead.
Yeah.
to try to desecrate North America. Yay!
Oh, 2 or less?
I need to actually roll 4 or less.
Oh, okay.
So I've done that. I get to bring in a monster worth 2.
And then do you get something because you have the
I do
glyph?
get a spell book for that. I am going to I'm going to use Passion. When one of my cultists is eliminated during the action phase, I gain 1 power.
I think I'm going to summon a polyp in the Indian Ocean.
And I'm going to spend 1 and move my Shoggoth there. Spend another 1. Move my Star Spawn there.
See, he's not going to mess with you, North America.
No, that's true.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. I will spend 1 to summon a cultist to North America. Your turn.
I see what's going on there. I think. Probably. Oh. Well, this could be interesting. Let's go ahead and summon another Night Gaunt in the North Pacific.
Going to spend 1 and spawn a Alkalite.
Okay. Not sure what that was about, but that felt vaguely hostile.
Maybe. I don't know. Who's the one amassing all their army in North America?
I will spend 3, and I will create a gate in North America, and I will control it.
I'm going to spend 2. And summon another polyp. Do I want him there? Yeah, I'll bring him up here.
At the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to devolve an Alkalite. And then at the start of my turn, I'm going to spend 1.
Bring him back.
Yeah.
I will spend 1 to do the Screaming Dead.
Yeah.
Over here to this space.
No.
And I will spend another 1 to use Zingaya. Nope, I will use Zingaya to transform Rob's dude into an undead. And it is your turn, Rob.
So you've got 1 left. Steven's got 2?
Yep.
And you have 2.
I have 2, yeah. You guys don't need to know that information.
Yeah. Details.
Let's see how this goes. I'm going to spend 1 to resummon my Acolyte and take my power back. Or portal back. I'll take your portal back, I guess.
I'm going to spend 1 and initiate combat in the North Atlantic.
Well, that's a shock, Stephen.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Let's see. I get, I have a Bayaki. He has 2 combat dice. No, I take that back. I roll 1 more. Well, actually, he does have 2. I roll 1 die more than the total Bayaki in the area. So he has 2 combat dice for that Bayaki.
Okay, and I have 2 for the Shoggoth, 3 for the Star Spawn.
Okay.
And 1 for the deep one?
1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I do have 1 for the deep one.
Whoops, well, that was useless. A 4 and a 2.
All right. So how do we resolve? Put those up here. So
okay. So I have 1 pain result and a nothing. You have 2 eliminations and 1 pain.
Oops.
So you can eliminate 2 units of my choice. I choose these 2 units.
Okay. So again, so people watching at home, I have 2 6s, a 5, 2 2s, and a 1. So 6s are automatic elimination.
Yes.
So
you killed my
killed
two
those
guys.
2 guys.
Yes.
5 is a
pain or a retreat.
Okay.
5 or a 4 would mean I would have to retreat.
And anything below 4 would be nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
So I have 1 pain.
Okay.
So
one of my guys has to retreat.
One of your guys, your choice, has to retreat.
And I get to tell you where.
You got to tell me where.
Yes.
Madness.
Madness.
Ugh. All right, Rob.
So who's running away?
I believe it is my deep one.
And the only restriction is Rob cannot send him to any place that has units from the faction you just fought.
Oh, right.
So you can't go to North America, the Arctic Ocean, or Europe.
Well, that's less fun. He's going to go hang out in South America.
That's fine.
Yeah, there wasn't anything that was going to be super negative for you at that point. So he's like,
And since someone eliminated one of my cultists during the action phase, I gain 1 power.
And so is a cultist considered an enemy unit?
Yes.
Okay, so kill and or devour an enemy unit in battle, get a spell book.
Well, is there one that says
Yes,
kill?
I know. Kill and or devour 2 enemy units in a battle. You may earn both of these spell books at a single battle if you can. Oh, at 3 or more units.
So you get to pick
okay,
one.
So I get to pick one.
So you have to get into a nice big battle.
Yeah, I was reading that wrong. I thought I got them both if I killed them both at the same time. So, all right, my turn is done.
All right, it is my turn. How many power do you have, Rob?
1.
You have one sad, sorry little power left, huh?
Yep.
All right, I am going to
kill his guy.
Desecrate the ocean.
I'm not sure which. Let's see. If I kill your guy, then you will replace him.
Really?
And then I won't have anything left to do.
Then you won't have anything left to do, but you will just simply replace him. If I desecrate... Well, this is an annoying... If I desecrate and I miss my roll, I will be furious. Tell you what I will do. I'm going to capture your cultist.
Aww. I'm going to spend that power.
Oh, okay. Shucks.
My turn?
Yes.
I'm going to use the 1,000 forms. I get to roll a d6.
Oh, this is annoying.
Why? What happens?
You get some power.
Oh, no.
You guys get to decide in the next minute how to lose 6 power between the 2 of you, or I get 6 power.
Well, there's no
you
way
guys
we can
can't
do this.
lose
We
6
only have
power,
1.
so I have 7 power.
God dang it, Rob. See, this is why
No,
nobody
wait,
likes playing with
didn't
Rob.
it cost you 1 to do that, though?
Nope, cost 0.
Oh, fudge. Well, Rob likes playing with Rob.
Yes, he does. All right, well, I'm going to use my 1 power and move into the...
You just...
Stupid game.
Woo!
Yeah. Well then.
Go ahead.
I will. Thank you. Well, thank you for your permission. Yes. I will then, in fact, use my 1 power to capture your cultist. Ha! Ha ha ha!
Oh, hey. Look, a free gate. And then I will use my... Yeah, I'll go ahead and just use my other 6 to buy one of my last 2 spellbooks, which will be Emissary of the Outer Gods. Unless an enemy Great Old One is involved in the battle, any kill inflicted on Nyarlathotep. Nyarlathotep. I'm going to get this. I'm never going to get this. Becomes a pain.
You just got it.
Nyarlathotep. It's the Y in there. Like I want to pronounce the Y, but it apparently isn't pronounced. And I'm out of power.
No, it's pronounced very subtle.
Okay.
Nyarlathotep.
Gather power. 1 per cultist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cultists.
5.
still have only 2 gates. How does that keep happening that I only have 2 gates?
Hey, that's twice as many gates as you had last
Any
time.
abandoned gates? No abandoned gates.
I have 5 gates, so...
Okay.
All right.
I've got 11.
I have also 2 cultists whose throats I shall slice to gain 2 more
15.
power. And I have units with 2 desecration markers, so I get 2 power from that. So I'm at 12.
You're
I think
what?
I'm at 15.
I'm at 11, so nobody gets
Okay.
any power. All right. Doom phase. 1 doom point per controlled gate. I control 3 gates.
All right.
I control 3. 1, 2, 3. I control 5.
God damn. Brett
I control
controls
2. Just sad. All right.
So it looks like Rob's in the lead, so you get to decide, Rob, who goes first and which way we're going.
We're going counterclockwise this time.
Boo.
And obviously I'm going first.
Before you do that, any player want to perform a ritual of annihilation?
No.
Anybody want to get an elder sign for Great Old One? That's only if you do that.
Yeah, for the ritual of annihilation.
Yeah, the ritual of annihilation.
Anybody win or lose yet? Nope, but
Nope.
we're getting close.
Yeah, I'm not going to perform the ritual just yet.
Okay.
So...
Oh, he's going to wait till he's up to 20.
I am
He's
at
gonna
20.
Do it.
No, I'm at 15.
He's going to wait till he gets to 20 and then do it, and then he'll knock himself all the way up to 30.
No, I just don't want to do it without all my spell books, because my last spell book costs...
Okay.
Like, everything I do costs resources. I am, however, going to spend 3 and summon a hunting horror. Any notion. Go, Brad.
Alrighty. I will spend 1 and do the Screaming Dead. Move Haster and his undead minions into Yerp.
The king.
And I will spend 10. Or king, yes.
Summon
Call up
he who must not be named.
Hastur.
The scariest one of them all. The
Yes.
best paint job of them all, Brad.
Oh, I don't know about that, but
I think it's disgustingly gross,
It does
which
look-
means that it's really good.
it looks filthy. So I will get the spellbook, The Third Eye. If Hastur is in play, the cost of desecration is reduced to 1. If the desecration succeeds, I also obtain 1 elder sign.
Mm.
And
Now, Haster has to be summoned in
in a
where the
place
king?
where the king is, and I control a gate.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Yep. All right.
Now all of the great old ones are out.
They are indeed. Oh, and I receive an elder sign for that. Lucky me.
Am I the only one who doesn't receive an elder sign when
think
I summon
so.
my great old one?
Maybe.
Yep.
Well,
That's the bonus you get for being able to harpy away other people's characters.
Flying monkeys. I'm going to spend the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To get my last spellbook. Immediately move any or all hunting horrors from the area, any area to the battle area.
Okay.
Not bad.
I'm going to spend 1 and move Cthulhu over here to the North Pacific.
Oh wait.
Hmm?
Back up. I did that wrong.
Okay.
Steven's turn should have been after you.
Oh,
I shouldn't have bought my book yet.
sorry. So, okay.
I will move my guy there.
Okay. Then I buy my book.
There you go.
My bad. It's your
All right.
turn.
As my action, I will select another player, Steven.
Okay.
You gain 3 doom points.
Woohoo!
1, 2, 3.
What do you have to get in return?
I
You
get
have to say your name 3 times
No,
and
well,
go crazy?
I get a spell book, and coincidentally, I'm choosing He Who Is Not to Be Named.
Ugh.
Action cost 1. Move Haster to any area containing a cultist of any faction. The cultist said his name, possibly by accident. After this, immediately take a second different action. Note you may not take the Screaming Dead as your second action.
So is that a free or is that cost?
That costs 1. The hue is not to be named thing.
All right. So my turn again.
Indeed.
I will spend 1 and summon a cultist. Burp. Rob, your turn.
I will spend 3 and move some dudes to the Atlantic.
Okay.
I will spend 1 and summon a cultist.
I will spend 2 and move some people over here to the North Atlantic.
Let's try to keep it on the board.
And then I will move 1 more, and I will move my deep one over here to the North Atlantic. Yeah.
Well, this is interesting. Excuse me. Do I want to do that yet?
Do it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and initiate combat.
Okay.
Pre-battle. I'm gonna use abduct. One of your non-Cthulhus has to go away.
Okay.
Okay. Invisibility. Your other 2 monsters are not participating in this combat.
2?
I've got 2 polyps.
2 polyps.
Oh, okay.
Seek and destroy. My hunting horror is participating in this combat.
Even though he wasn't in the same...
Immediately move any or all hunting horrors from any area to the battle area.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, since you have 6 spell booked, you can initiate battles of free action. Should have told you that before.
No.
Sorry. But yeah. It costs 1
It still costs 1?
It costs 1 still, but you can do it like again and again and again in a turn.
Okay. That's good to know.
All right. So my pre-battle then. I can pop this guy out. Does that give me...
How do you pop that guy out?
Pre-battle. If the Shoggoth is present, eliminate 1 or more of your monsters or cultists from the area. For each unit so removed, add 3 dice to the Shoggoths. That actually doesn't do any good.
Shoggoth doesn't do it. Do you have Devour? Can you devour a guy?
Can I devour a guy?
Cthulhu has the power. I don't think it's a spell book. What's your...
I do have one that has dreams. Your enemy must eliminate 1 and replace it with 1 from your pool. Devolve at the end of any player's action, even if it's not yours. Transform 1 or more of your alkalites into deep ones. I don't have it.
Look in Cthulhu's space at the bottom, down at the very bottom of that.
Devour. The enemy player eliminates 1 of his monsters or cultists in the area, his choice. Okay, go ahead. Enemy player eliminates 1 of his monsters or cultists in the area, your choice.
My choice or your choice?
Okay. Your choice.
Cthulhu's power is 7?
6.
6. Mine will be 10. Yeah, I'll get rid of a polyp.
So wait, these guys don't roll into battle, right?
It's like they're not there. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, then I can use that eliminate and still get 3 more dice out of it.
But
only from the Shoggoth.
The Shoggoth would have the dice, and since he's
not in the battle.
Oh, okay. I thought it just was all to the...
Nope.
So, yep, you've got 4 spellbooks. I've got 6. So, Nyarlathotep is at 10. So, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then...
This is not good.
Polyp. And
it's never
hunting
good.
See, I think Cthulhu is underpowered, and that one is the one that I always feel is overpowered.
Now, remember,
because he's able to fly in from everywhere and monkey away people.
You have not submerged.
That's true. I can't do that anyway because we're already in battle. And
we can't now, but I'm saying at a certain you can.
Oh yeah.
You are the guy who can pop in anywhere.
Right.
Oh, I got
a 6.
Yay!
I got a 5. Got a 5 and a 4. 3 and a 2.
Well, I got 4 5s and 2 4s.
So you pained the dickens out of those guys.
Yep.
And Stephen killed one of your guys and sent 2 of the other ones flying far, far away.
So I get to kill his great old one?
Probably not. No, Rob gets to pick who's killed.
Oh, okay.
The polyp.
Okay. Now, Rob, who do you want to have sent away among your guys? I'll give you a hint. Afterward, you'll be sending all of Stephen's guys away.
Yeah. I'm going to be sending both of these guys.
Okay.
Actually, he's got 3 pains.
Yep, 1, 2, 3.
So all of my guys
yes,
are...
he does. Yeah, right. All your guys are gone.
Well,
Sorry.
that's a bummer.
Yeah.
But they just get to move somewhere else.
Yeah. They'll go home.
And then I got to send 3 of my guys away.
Or yes. All of your
guys.
Oh, you get to?
Madness.
Nobody likes playing with Rob.
Which your guys are going to go to North America.
What?
Wow, were you thinking the same thing I was? That he was going to... I was thinking you were going to send everybody to the Indian Ocean, including your guys.
Cannot.
Why not?
I can't send them to the same place to a place that has a faction that they were with.
Yeah, but you moved over here.
I moved over, that's my faction. I couldn't have gone to North America because you had a deep one there. And I couldn't have gone to the South Pacific because your dudes are there.
Well, you could have gone to South America.
I could have gone to South America.
And then you could have moved my guys to South America.
Nope, because my guys were there.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking the easy way is not only does he get to move his guys anywhere on the board he wants, but he can also move my guys anywhere on the board he wants and then initiate another combat.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
Okay.
Fortunately, he cannot do that.
However, if my god is in a battle in which one or more enemy Great Old Ones are pained or killed, I receive power equal to half the cost to awaken those Great Old Ones. Even if mine is pained or killed himself. Per enemy Great Old One, I may choose to receive 2 Elder Signs instead of the power.
So the power would be 2 because to resummon Cthulhu is 4. 4 power.
Okay, then I will get 2 Elder Signs.
I would imagine so.
And I got another spell book because I killed or devoured an enemy unit in battle, which was one of his guys.
Okay.
And so I'm bringing the Yanathala. During the gather power, if Cthulhu is in play, you gain 1 power for each enemy-controlled gate in an ocean area.
Get all my dice out of there. And then I believe it would be Brad's turn, but he's out of power.
No power.
Then I will spend 1 and spend 1. Move 2 guys in here. Spend 1 to...
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's Rob's turn.
Yes, it is Rob's turn. What a shame. So, okay, never mind. We're not to that point yet.
I am going to spend 2 and resummon a polyp.
Okay, I'm going to spend 1 and summon a cultist.
I will do the same, I think. No, I won't do that yet. I will spend 1 to summon a Night Gaunt.
I will spend 1 to initiate combat in North America.
Yes, okay. So I roll 2 dice for my sad, sorry Bayaki there.
He gets to devour, I think, first.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you do.
You get to devour your Bayaki first.
No, you get to devour my
you get to
cultist
devour
first.
your cultist, okay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Cthulhu. 3 Starspawn. 2 Shoggoths.
Now, if you were to eat one of your guys, you can boost your Shoggoth up by a few dice.
It wouldn't be a terrible idea to eat the deep one.
Yeah, let me eat the deep
'Cause
one.
You can just
And then
bring
I
it
get
back.
3 more.
Might eat that. You should eat that cultist too.
No, I
You
won't.
get 3 more dice.
No, that's all right.
Because you could have 3 more dice.
Yes, I know.
You tried.
All right, I got 1 kill.
I got a rock.
Oh, I got 2
You got to
kills.
kill.
Yeah.
You got to
That's
kill
enough.
Steven.
Yay.
Oh,
I'm glad you went up through all the trouble and got all the dice. I mean, like 50 dice of the same
Yeah.
color.
So those are
kill your guy there.
like chess. They're probably the chess X ones, right?
Yes, the Chessex.
So those
Vortex.
they just have the.
That's a package.
This is probably just a package of the small D6s, which convenient
very
at
nice.
least. So my turn.
It is your turn.
I'm going to use the 1,000 forms.
Oh, wait. What direction is the turn passing?
To me, actually. Counterclockwise.
It's Rod's turn after mine.
Okay. Because I now have 1 power.
Oh, no.
Why?
Because you consumed my cultist.
Oh, okay.
I'm still going to... No, he devoured your cultist.
Devoured my cultist, sorry.
Oh, is it any time your cultist is eliminated?
Yes, is eliminated during the action phase, captured, killed, etc.
Okay. Forms?
Nope, just checking to make sure we're still going.
Okay. I'm going to use 1,000 forms. I roll a die. 4. So you guys can give up all of your collected power, or I can get 4 more power.
I'll give up all my... I say give it up, unless you have some plan.
Okay, why not? Sure.
All right. Well, that...
Backfired.
Not entirely. I mean,
Can't initiate combat.
yes,
All
I
you can do
can.
is move.
I have all my spell books. I can move
No.
one dude and initiate combat.
Move a dude to Europe. It still costs 1 to initiate combat, by the way.
Oh, right. Never mind.
Yeah.
I have to be in the same place as I want to initiate combat, don't I?
Yes.
Darn.
You can't do it long distance.
I'm the crawling chaos. I can do what I want.
Well,
You definitely are the
madness.
crawling chaos, Rob.
What can I do with 1 power? Just bring my cultist
Bring
back.
the cultist back and get a power next turn.
Yeah. I guess he'll go to Asia because it
Well, you
seems
guys
safer
have
there.
Hamstrung the dickens out of me this game.
All right. It is time to gather power. 1 per cultist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, as always.
6.
2 power per control gate.
Let's
1,
see,
2,
my
3,
usual
4,
is
5.
2
Holy crap.
4,
gates,
6.
but alas,
8.
nope. 6.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
14.
Wow.
So I have
1 power per abandoned gate. No
No abandoned gates.
a grand total of 7.
I have 14.
I have 16.
I have 8. Yay.
Woo! Steven gets the
Yay.
turn marker back.
And I'll flip it around so we go that way.
All right.
And I'll go first.
Doom!
Doom. 1 point for each control gate. I have 5 gates.
So you are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 18. I have 4 gates. So I'll be at 19
I have 1 gate.
at 8.
1 measly, sad, sorry gate. I used to enjoy this game.
Anybody want to do a Doom phase? I will do a Ritual of Annihilation. I think I'll actually do a Ritual of Annihilation, Bob. So that costs me how much?
5 power.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get 1 Doom point per controlled gate, which I have 5. And I get 1 Elder Sign per Great Old One.
So 1.
1.
All right.
And I can pop these anytime?
Yes, but you may not win the game until you have all 6 of your spellbooks.
Ah, okay. So, in any Doom phase in which you have 5 faction spellbooks, receive this spellbook. Also receive 1 Elder Sign.
Oh.
My 6th book, 1 Elder Sign.
Now, if you do this, we can then, Rob and I each get a chance to cast a Ritual of Annihilation. Which will be an exercise in futility for me, but nevertheless, I've been futile before. I'm so... Wow, wait, I didn't even get all my spell books. yet.
You're going to map it out.
So how many gates do you control, Rob?
I currently control 4.
Plus whatever your elder signs are.
I've got 2.
Yeah. Why not? I'm going to cash in all my elder signs. 3, 5, 6, 7.
So
That'll put me up to 30, right?
That puts
30,
you exactly at
exactly.
30.
All right.
Okay.
I will spend 6, cast a Ritual of Annihilation for no effort. I mean, no real results. Why not?
Well, but it makes it more expensive for him to do it.
Yep.
But again, no real effect at all on that.
And I
All right.
will also cast a Ritual of Annihilation. Good job. You won.
Did I?
Yep,
Well,
I got 29 points.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was so...
that.
Oh, that was so
14.
close.
Wow, congratulations,
Oh,
Steven.
wow.
I needed a 3 there.
I was so worried
To
that
tie.
you had 5 and that you were going to draw at least another 2.
I'm not even...
I thought it
Oh, that's right.
I thought
I
it
got
would have
one
at
more.
least ended in a tie.
That's
Yeah.
right. I should have drawn 2. Sorry. 2 more points. I'm at 16.
Hey, good job.
Thanks.
Bloop.
Wow.
I was afraid that you were going to beat me by 1 point. That was so close, Rob. Good game, though.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Congratulations. Wow. Good job.
Yeah,
And
you guys.
That's the
you
first
guys
time that I've ever
not
played this game smartly.
letting me have that 4 power was actually probably your key to victory.
Yeah.
Which one?
When I used the 1,000 forms that last
okay,
time, that was you probably won off of that
Wow.
because I would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I should not have taken that risk early on and then just, wow.
Which risk?
Messing with Rob in Africa.
Oh.
I should not have done that.
Taunting him?
No, I went down there.
Oh.
I should have just played tight. And although I won't say that's what lost me the game. Wow.
Honestly, I think. I feel like the first person who gets messed with does have problems because you're the first person who actually lost out. Like you end up behind, right? You ended up behind right away.
The thing is, and this is the thing that in previous games where I've gotten behind on, is that I end up
spreading out
and not having gates, and then losing my cultists. And so by the time we start the next turn, I don't even get the base 6, and that hurts, I think, a lot too. And you can quickly fall behind.
Yeah, I actually a lot of the times it's you spread out and summon too many gates because you're trying to get all of the ocean gates right away.
Yeah.
And then one of us can swoop in and take that pre-gate.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I do love this game though.
It is I gotta say, it is a fun game. I think all the extra work that you put into it, Brad, really makes it feel more fun, to be honest. And because if we were using and even though the figures are highly detailed by themselves, we saw these when they were unboxed and they looked cool. They didn't look this cool. And I think having that cool factor adds to the enjoyment of the game.
I'm always just, beefing up games whenever I possibly can.
Yeah.
Goofy.
So what do you guys like about this game? What's good and what's bad about this game?
Oh, there are all kinds of things that are good about this game. Imagine this, a version of this game, and you could, if you say 10 or 15 years ago, where,
First of all, you'd have the religious groups all at.
Well, no, but imagine a game where, so I have 10 action points, and so I spend all of my action points, and then Rob sits there for a while and figures out how to spend his 10 action points and spends them all. And so this is one of those more contemporary developments where we're each constantly spending a little bit. The turns go really fast. The board is really dynamic. It's hard to plan too far in advance because somebody will change some factor in some way you didn't predict.
Right.
And that's the part of this game I love, that it's so dynamic. And constantly the board state is changing and changing and changing.
Well, I honestly didn't think I was going to win. That was a surprise to me. I really thought with Rob's, these guys right here, what are these?
Hunting horrors
are crazy because if you would have had that other one out, he would have been unstoppable because he calls all of them regardless of where they are, and you start into your combat. The invisibility, I think, is really strong on that. I do like that Cthulhu can devour, and I like that if you have a Shoggoth, you could pop off a
eat one of your
minion.
little guys and make the Shoggoth bigger and bigger. Yeah.
Sometimes I wish there were like 3 more cultists per team.
Well, that's a thing. So we'll get the High Priest expansions so that each faction will have a High Priest who is worth 2 power. You can sacrifice him yourself for 2 power, I think. So he'll be 1 more cultist. And then we will also have the brain cylinders where you can go to a designated laboratory space on a board, perform surgery on a cultist, and put his brain or her brain in a brain cylinder, and then that cultist, that brain cylinder then counts as a cultist.
Wow. Okay.
So you could have conceivably 11 different cultists per team if you did a bunch of surgeries and had a high priest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I think there's some really good spells. I think the battles are fun when you start powering up and it's like you're dumping your whole container of
so
dice.
Many dice, yeah.
I think that's fun. I just think the strategy of where is the weakest point, in the case of what happened in North America or the North Atlantic, it's where's that weak point at that I could go in and dominate and quickly take over a portal before the end of the next round, because of, if there had been more points up here in North America whenever I took you on, I probably wouldn't have done it. But there was nobody else around. Rob could have moved 2 spaces over here and gotten here and done a battle if he wanted, but I probably wouldn't have done it knowing that you would have had 1 or 2 points left to bring your Yellow King in with all of your zombies.
So, normally in a 3-player game, though, what you would expect to see is one person get ahead. Instead of attacking the weakest point, it's the 2 behind people start attacking the strongest point, which never really happened. I mean, Rob got a little ahead, and I adjusted things by giving you 3 doom points, which was probably an error now.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I had to do it, though. I have to do it. At
one on the next turn, most likely then. Like, I literally needed the 1 more turn to actually...
Well, that's often a place where we get in this game is if I just had 1 more turn, I could have beaten them. But yeah.
So this is a really fun game. I think you have to be into the Cthulhu Mythos, obviously, to get into it. Really?
I know
nothing.
I can't pronounce.
Well, that's okay. You can't pronounce half of them either. People can't pronounce Cthulhu right either.
Yeah.
Right, Brad?
That's right. Case in point.
I think there's something added to it if you know who all the players are.
Yeah.
So it may not be for everyone, but the fact that in this next Kickstarter you can expand this up to 8 players.
Right. So the next Kickstarter that will come out, they will have the 8th playable faction. So we're currently at 7, although the other 3 have not been delivered yet. And then there's a neutral faction, but we'll have the 8th playable faction for an 8-player experience, which seems slightly outrageous. But there's just not, I would worry most about downtime, that it's going to take a little while for that circle to get around to you. But can you imagine how much the board state would change if there's 7 players before you get to go again?
Oh, yeah. And then by the time people all amass in one place, it'd be like, everybody amasses in North America and goes for a throwdown.
If the 1,000 Forms is different at that point? Is there an update or?
I don't know. As far as I know, it's not. So
because it seems like the more people that are involved, the way weaker that spell gets.
Possibly, although it might be harder to get all those people to agree.
Or everybody's like, I'll give up 1, whatever.
Yeah, we're going to give up 1, and
It seems like a lower roll would actually be better at that point because that means they have to argue about who.
Well, the real brilliance of the 8 playable factions, though, is not to get all 8 of them on the table at once, but just you can keep swapping them out for different combinations.
You could have instead of us, because I think we've always played these 3 factions, right? And we've had another person who played
the Black Goat.
The Black Goat, which was fun. So being able to swap it in for what's the neutral faction do?
Well, you can. So if you fulfill certain requirements, and then you get to control the monsters of that faction, or you get to control the Great Old One from that.
Oh, okay, cool. It'd be interesting if there was a faction that could go through, and their primary goal is to like the like a professor type or a non-insane, non-monster group,
yeah.
their job was to go in and essentially ghost bust to eliminate them from the board. So like go in and eliminate all of these characters off the board, which means you have to spend in order to get them back, which slows you down and it keeps the board clean.
Yeah, see, the beautiful thing about this game, though, and the reason why the Cthulhu theme works so well is because, Lovecraft envisioned these creatures that could break the rules in extraordinary ways. Right? And so we each have these ridiculous powers that allow us to do things that are outside the realm of everything else that can happen on the board. A human faction, they're not going to have, you need, what's their awesome power,
something.
right?
You need Atomic Robo in here.
Yeah.
So as fun as this game is, and as beautiful as this game is with all the paints, this is also a very expensive game, which is really disappointing.
Well, see, I'm going to...
you think it's not?
150 for the base set.
Right.
200, I guess, is the MSRP, but usually you get it 100, 150, 165. When you think about Star Wars Armada or X-Wing.
Well, you're true. That's true.
Yeah.
Because you're in for that pretty quick.
Yeah. So there are a lot of games that, it's very easy to get that 100.
But I guess the idea is that if I'm playing X-Wing, for example, I'm a $40 starter set, and then, or whatever the starter set is, and then over time I'm picking up little pieces. This is, you got to drop the 150 to 200 bucks all at once.
Yeah.
The cost of entry on this one is higher than a lot of other. Actually, I think this is the highest cost of entry board game I know off the top of my head.
I can't think of one either. Yeah.
Though it's worth the price. Like the price tag is worth it.
Yeah.
When I saw it actually in a game store, that MSRP, I considered it.
I know when you said that it was there, I was like, oh man, I would really love to play it, but the only people I'd want to play it with is you guys, maybe a couple of other people. But if I want to play with you guys, well, Brad's already got the set, so just have him play.
And it looks better.
Plus, yes, that's the other thing too, is I wouldn't be able to play my set for 6 months because I'd have to pay Brad to go paint my miniatures too.
That's not going to happen because I've got all these new factions coming in.
Yeah.
So
you got a John for that.
Yeah, there you go. Get John good. So yeah, it is a pricey game, but it is an incredibly fun game, and with all the factions that you have, I think there's endless possibilities. And my fourth time play, so I'm at 25% win rate. Rob's at what? You at 50? You're at?
I don't know.
25?
Check me on Board Game Geek.
Okay. Do you rank it up there?
Yeah, I keep all the stats for our games on Board.
Do you?
On BoardGameGeek.com.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. All right. And I'm sure the great NATO will update our stats as well. So, all right, everybody, that wraps it up for this installment of Munchkin Land. Thank you so much for checking us out. Please subscribe to this channel. Use the comments section below. Tell us what you like, what you didn't like. Follow us on Twitter at Major Spoilers. You can follow Rob at Bora Mortal, and you can follow Dr. Brad Will at what?
Dr. Bradley Will.
Bradley Will. Yeah. And until next time, remember, it's not cheating if you don't get caught.